And so I think, acting locally and, doing what one can on a community level, I think is the best way to deal with the bigger problems. I was a big fan of Buckminster Fuller back in like the 70s, and I was reading a lot of his writings, Critical Path and stuff like that. And at that time, Bucky Fuller had kind of warned that things had to change. I think this was like 1975, around that time. And yeah, he was basically saying, we have like 10 years to change things before there's irreversible damage. And of course, since then, another 40, almost 50 years have passed. And so I think it's really important now to make those changes. And I'm not sure the damage that we're doing to the planet is irreversible. It's hard to say. But as far as the planet as a place for humans to live, I think in that sense, I think the planet might live on, but it looks pretty bad for life on Earth. Well, at this point, I can't help but feel pessimistic, just because things move so slowly, just because governments move slowly, and so on the global level, you kind of feel pessimistic because things move so slowly, if at all. But then, things do seem to be happening on a more local level, and people do seem to be aware. So that gives me, I guess, a little hope. And following like social media, that will definitely get you feeling pessimistic because there's so much bad news every day. But then just today, yesterday, I read that 7-Eleven is phasing out their plastic bags and replacing them with, biodegradable plastic or biodegradable material, and also giving customers a choice between paper or plastic. So that's some things like that, I guess, give you a little hope. But the bigger picture, it's hard to be optimistic, especially the rate at which, different species are, becoming extinct, and it's hard to predict. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen. But so I'll probably be here for another, 10, 20, maybe 30 years. I don't know. But after that, in 20, 30, 50 years, who knows what's going to happen. But I think the answer is, like I was saying earlier, doing things more on a community level, on a local level, collective action. I think that's the way to go. And I think actually, as a worldwide trend, I think I feel more optimistic about the younger generation. Because I think it's my generation, our generation, that's screwed things up, this badly. But it seems like the younger generation are a little bit more aware, and they seem to be concerned more about, what happens in the future. So in that sense, I feel optimistic. And I think, grassroots action, community action, I think, and collective action, those are things that I think young people should try and do. Try not to solve the big problems. Don't depend on your government. Yeah.